I'm a big fan of yours from Sneaky Pete, Justified City Primeval, Light from Light, which we'll talk about later, I hope. Um, Maybe not what you expected, but I'm thrilled to see you back on this show. And I love how angry this character is and how she doesn't really have a voice to express that. And I'm curious about you tackling that unique challenge.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Peter Craig and I talked early on where he was like, the metaphor of it is obviously pretty on the surface, but she loses her voice and then she sort of gains her voice back again. But I was nervous early on about actually damaging my vocal cords trying to emulate that. So I actually got in touch with a speech therapist that I'd worked with once on another project. And so she helped me figure out a way to like place that and work with that so that I didn't actually create such an obstacle for my own self that I damaged my tender vocal cords in the process of doing this thing. But it was exciting. It was fun. It's always fun to have that kind of challenge as an actor, something you've never done before, and something that's a physical challenge to overcome. It definitely helped me sort of tap right into that rage at not being able to communicate and feeling stuck in a real physical, grounded way.
I always like to go into new shows knowing nothing whatsoever. So I didn't know if you were supposed to be in the show. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty quick for her to appear and then just get killed off like that. So I had a suspicion that like this wouldn't be the end for you because it would seem strange to have like just show up and then immediately like stabbed in the neck and just gone.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see that. But this show is so interesting because it really does have a sense of humor, especially from Brian and from your character, but it's
Yeah.
also very violent and very dark. What is the mood like on set when you're shooting?
I mean, that all starts with Brian, who was fully committed to making sure that everybody was happy and was having a like joyful experience on set, in spite of, and maybe especially because of all the darkness. He's one of the brightest lights I've ever worked with